Dave Neilson, Fantasy Sports Giant, coming back to you to talk about wide receivers. I'm going to hit on four for you today. First off, rebound wide receiver Alshon Jeffery. Last season, 52 receptions, over 800 yards. Obviously battled an injury last season, made him miss a couple games. Also, very inconsistent quarterback play there in Chicago. He now moves on to Philadelphia on a one-year deal. Carson Wentz, quarterback. Obviously, that's better than anything he had in Chicago last season. I think he'll be able to stretch the field for the Philadelphia Eagles, and he will be the number one target there for Carson Wentz. So I expect over 1,000 yards and 8 to 10 touchdowns for Alshon Jeffery. For my boom player, I'm going to go with Terrelle Pryor. Last season in Cleveland, he had over 1,000 yards on a bad football team with bad quarterback play. He now moves to Washington. Kirk Cousins, the quarterback, definitely will target Terrelle Pryor a lot. Pryor will be he'll be the big target, the big play target there for the Washington Redskins. So I expect 1,200 yards and 10 to 12 touchdowns out of Pryor this season. And you can get him later, usually going in the 4th or 5th round. For my best value, I'm going to go with wide receiver DeVante Parker for the Miami Dolphins. 3rd year. As a prime year for wide receivers. He's a big physical wide receiver. Again, he'll be one of those big play type of guys there. I think he'll be able to stretch the field as well for Miami. So if you're getting this guy in the 10th round, I expect 70 to 80 receptions, over 1,000 yards, 6 to 8 touchdowns. I like DeVante Parker this season. And finally, for my bust, or as I like to call him, the flim flam man, Tyreek Hill for the Kansas City Chiefs. I know Chiefs Kingdom's going to be upset, but look, this is his first year stepping into the number one role for the Kansas City Chiefs. There's nobody on the other side who has proven themselves yet. I think defenses will zero in on him. He is going pretty high. Rounds 4 through 6. I think he's a guy who should be drafted later, rounds 8 through 10. That's where he really should be. He hasn't proven he's a number one yet, and he really doesn't have anybody on the other side who's proven anything yet. So I think defenses will zero in on him. He's going to see a lot of double coverage this season, and I think that's going to hurt his stats. Believe me, he's got a lot of talent. I just think this year is going to be a struggle as he learns to be the number one wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs. This has been Dave Neilson. As I said, Tyreek Hill, flim flam man, rebound Alshon Jeffery, boom will be to Terrelle Pryor, best value DeVante Parker. You heard it here first, and we'll see you next time with Fantasy Sports Giant Dave Neilson.